Alpha is a Greek letter, the first Greek letter on the English alphabet. Now, alpha is commonly used in trigonometry, okay, to represent the size of an angle. If you don't get X or Y, you can get the Greek letters alpha, theta, and sometimes beta. Okay? Those three letters are the most common ones used, but the most common one among all three is theta. So for this exercise, alpha represents an angle that we don't know its size. Okay? So for 8.1, our reference angle is that alpha. Okay? So using this alpha, this side becomes the opposite side. Okay, we know that the hypotenuse is the one which is opposite the right angle. So we don't worry about the hypotenuse. Once I identify my opposite side, means the third side is going to be the adjacent side. Obviously, I have my hypotenuse. Okay, so I now know my hypotenuse, opposite side, adjacent side. I need to calculate alpha. Okay, now to calculate alpha, you need to remember your trigonometric ratios, right? Those three. Okay? Now, based on the diagram, okay, the information that I've got the hypotenuse 12,1. I have the adjacent side 8,6. Okay? So I have the hypotenuse, I have an adjacent side. So among the three trigonometric ratios, the one that I can use is that. Because I have an adjacent side, I have a hypotenuse. So I can calculate alpha. Okay? So I wrote here the formula. Cos alpha is equal to A over H. A for adjacent, H for hypotenuse. Okay?
So is that H?
It's alpha. Alpha. Okay? Then from there we end up having cos alpha equal to, now when we substitute, the A is 8,6, the H is 12,1. Okay, now I need to emphasize this, that when you get to this point here, there is no need for you to convert that to a decimal. Okay, because your calculator has a fraction option here. Okay, you must learn to use it. Okay, the moment you've got a fraction, use this fraction option. So I'm going to use it. Okay, so from here we take the cos to the left, it gets there. You end up having arc cos. Arc cos of what? Of a ratio. That ratio is a fraction. It's 8,6 divided by 12,1. Then you put that 8,6 over 12,1 inside brackets. Okay, now the beauty about this is your calculator can do this. Let me show you. So you press shift, okay, then you press that, okay, shift cos, okay, you do it too. You do it as I'm doing it, you do it. Then you press the fraction option, okay, you put 8,6, okay, then 12,1. You close the bracket. Okay? So on your screen, I expect you to have this. There is no need for you to divide 8,6 by 12,1 separately. Okay? This will give you a more accurate answer because you don't have to round off anything. You just round off to one decimal place, the final one. So you press equals. It gives you the angle. Okay? The angle is 44,7, which is what you got. Right? Now I'm doing this because I don't want to see something else being written when you write a test. Okay? You have no excuse of writing nonsense. No.
So what's the decimals?
Alright.
Wait.
Alright. So, sorry. Can you allow me to carry on?
Yeah.
right? So your answer for alpha is 44.7 degrees. Right? Now, I need to go to your calculator. So you press shift. Now this is sine. Then it's going to be 8 over 15. So you press the fraction option. That's 8 over 15. Okay? Then you press equals. It gives you 32.2 degrees to one decimal place. Okay? So you get 32.2 degrees, which is what's there. Okay? So this is the second example. Alright? Can I carry on? If you have got a question, you can ask before I carry on. If you don't have a question, then let me move on to the next page. Right? 8.3. Now, 8.3, before I do it, I'm going to use this triangle. Okay? Now, in this triangle, this is my reference angle. That's my right angle. So this side will be the hypotenuse. If this is my reference angle, that becomes my opposite side. Obviously, this becomes the adjacent side. Okay? I hope you can see how I'm doing it. Okay? You know that the hypotenuse from your grade 8 and 9 or maybe grade 7 when you first taught the theorem of Pythagoras. Then, once you have got all three sides identified, then you decide now in terms of which ratio. Now, if you look at the diagram, we have the length of the opposite side is there, the length of the adjacent side is there, so we can use tan. Okay, so go to the next page. Right, tan alpha is equal to opposite of adjacent. Tan alpha becomes 109 over 123, and then you go to your calculator, you press shift and tan. Okay, and then you press the fraction option in 109, divide that by 123, okay, and then you press equals, it gives you 41.5 degrees to one decimal place. Okay, so this is what you should do. It's not difficult. So your final answer will be that. All right.